Sure, Marvin, my name is Jinx, and welcome back to Bay. We're going to begin off chapter 2. Oh god, where are we now? Train track? Somewhere bad. We were standing on the thin platform on what looked like a fancy subway. The rails look well used, but not old. There are small overhead lights that are very dim, as if they were running on emergency power. The dim overhead lights are a blessing, but the size of the place makes me feel vulnerable. Staring ahead, the tunnel seems to be endless. It's almost dizzying. But there's a small light further ahead, and a space that breaks into a monotony of tunnels curved surface. And the platform, maybe? Well, clearly the subway tunnel is probably to transport the people to, I don't know, the base somewhere else. But I'm gonna ask Dennis what he thinks of this. Looks like we're waiting for the detailing, Dennis says with a deadly silent crackle. Also, the ringing noise is louder down here. It's much more solid now, and there's some other sound. Something that feels like a faint hum of machinery. What's your take on this, boss? You think we're safe here, Dennis asks. Not at all. This is what I think to myself. I don't want to let Dennis see I'm frazzled. While he seems to be limping along much better than when we first stumbled on this place, he's still in rough shape. I'm leading him here, and I should probably make him feel confident about this. Oh! Okay, well, okay, as much as I want to, I try and be positive and keep people's spirits up, I'm not going to say, yeah, we're fine. I'm going to say I'm not sure. This is creepy, because here's the thing, he is badly, I know he's badly hurt, and he, I've been pretty solid with him, I've been cheering up, I've been like, yeah, don't worry, Dennis, we're going to be fine, you just lay down, it's fine, there's ain't a monster in here to get us. But I don't feel we're safe, and I don't want us to feel like we're safe until we actually know it's safe, because we don't know what's down here. We could turn a corner and there could be a, I don't know, thing jump out on top of us. Who knows? So, I'm sorry, Dennis, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure this is creepy. You told Dennis you were scared. I think we can officially say that we had no business here. I continue. If you want the truth, I'm a little frightened. A place like this, buried under the woods, well, it doesn't feel like. I feel like we're walking into a trap or something. Wow, this is worse. My lack of confidence is mirrored in Dennis' face. If it wasn't easy before, it is now. From the looks of it, we can go either left or right. The left is slightly lit, the right not so much. This makes me uneasy, because I get the sense that one wrong turn in a place like this would have had us wandering for hours. Suddenly I jerk my head to the right as I hear a unmistakable sound of someone walking. Did you hear something? Asks Dennis, my eyes straining to see anything in the darkness. Not sure, he says. Maybe it kind of sounds like footsteps. I wait a moment, but the sound doesn't come again. So those are our options. To the left, flickering lights indicating we'll at least be able to see. There's a hum of electricity, machinery, a sign of life. To the right, just darkness. But we also heard footsteps in that direction. Ooh, okay. I don't like the sound of something running in the dark, especially when one of us is deadly injured. But there are footsteps, which may not sound like much, but we can probably agree that they're probably human, probably scared, and probably, worked in, so probably know what's going on. If we go left, we're just gonna find, I don't know, the bits and pieces left behind by people, I guess. I'm gonna go right into the darkness. We'll bravely go into the darkness. If there's anyone here they're worth speaking to, right it is. This is when we actually get stabbed, isn't it? Oh no! Oh no! If we see a pair of lights, it's a train, guys. This ain't good. As we leave the glow of electricity lights, things instantly start to feel a bit more sinister. I look at Dennis's injuries again. The gash along his side is inflamed now. And while the bleeding seems to have stopped, the amount of that is soaked into his pants and shirt is beyond alarming. How much further can you walk? I ask him. Can you keep going? Yeah, Dennis says. Let's just keep walking in a deep dark tunnel that has no business being here. Everything will be alright. He's right. The darkness we find inside feels thick, like walking into syrup. I am reminded of the fear I felt with a child when I had to go in the basement to fetch tools from my dad. I'm sure there were snakes or spiders or monsters or unimaginable horror lurking down there. I feel the same way here, walking through the tunnel. That's when I see a human figure far back in the tunnel, silhouetted in the faint light ahead. At the end. He's standing on some other platform ahead and likely can't see us. It looks like he might be holding a gun, but it's too dark to be sure. Well, my initial is to stay quiet. But like, if he's on edge and has a gun and he can't really see us coming out of the darkness, he might just shoot us, which might be good. So calling out might be a good thing. But then again, he has more light. He's standing on the faint lines, isn't he? Yeah, so he probably can see a little bit more than we can. We can only see him, so he has a better, like, surrounding, I guess. I'm gonna stay quiet. Please don't shoot us. This person might be dangerous. Dennis, I whispered, don't move, be quiet. We both watch as the figure looks back and forth down the tunnel. It's unclear if he's looking for something, or if he's just lost as we are. But he can't see us in the dark. After a moment, the figure rushes through a door. Why didn't you say anything? Dennis asked with a disgusted tone. Maybe we could have gotten some answers. Don't want to relieve ourselves to anybody who looks like they might be having a gun until I know more about where we are, I reply. Yeah, that sounds logical. Whoa, hello. As we further headed into the tunnel, we reach another platform. There's lights coming from the platform, but it looks like over the headlights they are dim, red emergency lights. I start to wonder if the explosion at the lodging site caused a power surge outage in this place, wherever this place is. The ringing noise I originally thought was in my head is getting louder. I'm starting to think if it's some sort of alarm. When we come to a large open area ahead of the tunnel, it further resembles a subway station. As I try to ignore the reality, it's undeniable. We have to stumble on some sort of high-tech transportation system that's buried beneath the forests of Kentucky. It absolutely makes no sense, and creates an entirely new sort of fear to what the hell we've walked into. I notice that Dennis can't seem to stop himself from shaking. His fear is mirroring my own. When we reach a large opening, we have to climb over the rails and onto the platform. I have to help Dennis over the rails, them up to a small utility ladder that is bolted the opposite side of the travelway. When he reaches a large open area resembling a subway waiting area, he collapses on the floor and lets out a heavy breath. You know what? Dennis says, as fast breathing. This is ridiculous. I quit. I'm not going any further. On top of worrying about my crew and the madness wherever we are, I'm not in the mood for Dennis to act like a baby. Ooh, well, I've been tough on him so far, so you know what? Get up, Dennis. Pull it together, man. We're in this. It's only you and me versus whatever the hell is out there, and where the hell are we? Okay, there's one guy with a gun, possibly, and we need the both of us to stick it together. So come on, get up. I'm ashamed that I'm getting irritated with him. Oh, you think I'm just relaxing here? He asked disgustedly. I'm sorry, I'm slowing your progress. Great plan you got here, by the way. His response makes my blood boil. I don't need this shit for him right now, that's for sure. Ooh. I'm not gonna yank him up by his collar, cause like if you're, oh no, if he stopped bleeding, that means the blood is starting to clot, or has clotted, and if we yank him up by his collar, his shirt, it's gonna pull on him and may open the wound and make it bleed again. So I'm gonna help him up slowly, cause the last thing right now is to make that gash he has on him any worse. Help him up slowly. I can't stand the guilt anymore. A sappy apology comes out of my mouth before I can clap my lips against it. Wow. I'm sorry I lost my temper, I say. I was uncalled for, but I'm under some stress here. I'm sure you can understand. I said help him up slowly, I'll turn into a baby. I'm so sorry, I'm so amazing at Dennis. He hesitates for a moment, and I'm sure he's gonna ignore me, but he surprises me. I get it, he says. Apology accepted. As for me, sorry it's being a jerk. Apparently bleeding out makes me kind of high-strung. Dennis always high-strung, about 2 harsh words away from trading punches with someone, but I keep that to myself. We exchange an awkward look and put it behind us. There's no difference than some argument we might have had on the job site over a few beers. Or over some beers. We should not have beers on the job site, you know. Don't drink at work, kids. One thing's for sure, I much rather be arguing with him over a few beers than hearing this nightmare. I reach down, help him to his feet, and then we get ourselves off on the platform. Right in front of us is the entrance to the long hallway exiting the platform area. It's at this point I realised there's red emergency lights that might be on for someone else who is actually supposed to be here. Like the guy I saw earlier standing on the platform. I don't know why the music like kicked up there. I'm just noticing now. Okay. I think now is the time to yell out. Because we stay quiet, and if we stay quiet, we're gonna be like stumbling around in this place for a long time. And you know, if something's bad happened here, they're probably, you know, scared and lost and looking for survivors as well. So let's yell out. And plus, we kind of owe it to Dennis by this point. Hello, anybody here? I asked, my voice raised to almost shout. There's not much of an echo. My voice falls flat like a rock from the sky. I'm almost glad I don't get an answer. Hearing anything else in this hollow silence may at least give me a heart attack. The emergency lights continue to flicker overhead, casting a thick sort of pinkish light on everything. My mind is racing with what sort of place this might be. It's obvious that it's meant to be a secret. And if it is supposed to be a secret, and there was a power outage recently, maybe everybody's been evacuated. But then why was there one person still here? This thought does nothing to make me feel any better as we walk towards the platform exit. We step inside and it seems like just as empty as every other place we've come through, weakly illuminated by more overhead emergency lights. We're standing inside a hallway and it looks surreal for a moment. What's in the hallway? The hallway reminds me of a hospital wing, but there's something not quite right about it. It's the first clean and tidy area I've seen since coming to the woods. It looks like it was recently in use despite the dim emergency lights overhead. There are chairs against the walls and the floor looks well clean, as do the walls. The ringing noise is definitely coming from here. There's a small flashing red light along the ceiling that seems to flash along with it. That ringing noise is an alarm, I say, only to confirm my own thoughts. Oh, fall, Dennis asks. And then he asks the question that has been on my mind since I found this little building in the woods. What the hell is this place? We exchange a look that speaks volumes. We reach the end of the hallway and hear a sound like a large metallic grinding. It's followed by a clicking noise, and then we make up a sound of a generator clicking in. The guys found the generator! How nice! Oh, lights! Oh, that music did not make me feel any better. Oh, now he's gonna come back out though. Oh no, he's gonna find the generator, turn around, try to head back, and he's gonna find us. Without warning, the facility jolts to life and make low the emergency lights. It's suddenly replaced by bright, white, reflectant ones. The Makuro hum is oddly comforting. Somehow the power being back on urges on. Then I noticed the ringing noise just stopped. So it had been an alarm, but what for what? Just for the power failure? We head down the hallway, electrically hum the lights, sounding eerie overhead. Other than that, the place is dead quiet. The hall is about 100 feet long with two main doors. One door opens to a large room that looks like a conference room with a whiteboard and paper strewn about. Across the hallway is another door that looks like a laboratory of sorts. Then it slumps against the wall at the feet and lets out a scary sounding chuckle. Something funny ass as dark and beauty panic starts to grip me. Dennis keeps chuckling as he slides on the floor. I'm just gonna sit here while you look around, he says. He's going insane. There's a look in his eye that reminds me far too much of a dead animal on the side of the road. Ooh. Well, the laboratory is going to be interesting, but if it's all like, we don't know how much we could understand. But in the conference room, I don't know how much that will give us either. So that could just have, I don't know, profit numbers or something. I'm gonna go to the lab because even though we might not understand some things in there, like, but we'll at least get like a general idea of what's happened. And chances are, if anything's gone down, it will be in the lab. It always happens in the lab. Oh, hello. Walking inside, saw small vials in glass containers that held in clear glass case. Everything's either glass or silver, and I instantly feel like I'm dirtying the place up. I know several test tubes in glass cases, as well as some sort of tube system that seems to be have clear fluid trapped inside of it. In the back corner, I find a laptop in screensaver mode. Oh, look at the laptop! Look at the laptop! We might not, like, test tubes don't really have won't really have labels on it. Laptop. Enter. I hit the enter key and a grey background pops up. Come on, guys. Really? Plain and boring. There's several icons and folders to choose from. I click on the folder labeled test 1.5 F something. A few documents are filled with followers and names I most can't understand. But there's some things that are easy to understand. Things that make my blood go cold. Subject number 6. Cause of death. Oh god. Embolsium or aneurysm or both. Ideas for new delivery modes. Physical liquid induced comatose state first. Terracol. Terracol. Possible opportunity. Twice. We're gonna look at the chest tubes. I can't help but check out the chest tubes. They're all filled with varying green and light blue fluids. One of them looks like it seems to be a glowing dirt waste thing on the bottom of it. Another holds what looks like a grasshopper submerged in liquid, only the strangest grasshopper I've ever seen. So at first it looks like it's expanding and contracting like a blowfish, then it contracts so much it vanishes completely. As I look closer, it springs back to existence in a completely different chest tube, and I'm embarrassed when I actually jump back. I'm taking another look around the lab, trying to piece together what might be taking place here. I smell some chemical in the air, and it makes me think that someone's used this lab recently. Outside the hallway, I heard Dennis grunting. I head out the room and see him still seated on the floor. But I don't get very far, because as I exit, a man comes rushing around the corner with an automatic rifle in his hands. Ooh, he's come back. I told you he was gonna put on the generator and come back, and they would have been like, people, who the hell are you? What are you doing here? How'd you get in here? It's hard to look beyond the rifle, but the man carrying it's young with messy dark hair. His skin is so pale, I wonder if maybe he lives down here. He has a look of a guy who's been cooped up for a little too long. He doesn't seem like the kind of person I'd trust with a gun in a stressful situation. He sees it in a doorway and screams and brings the gun up. It's aimed directly at my head. Told you. Dennis jumps up and stands next to me like he's ready to run for it. I recognize him by his height and build. He's a person I can barely see back in that dark tunnel. Haha! Try to attack? No way! Like, the distance between us is probably too big, so like, we gotta close that gap. He's gotta come to us first. Because if we just run or attack him, he's got a millisecond to pull the trigger. No, put your hands up. Put my arms in the air, surprised how natural it feels to go into the surrendered state. Maybe it's because it feels like a dream. Maybe it's because I feel like I snap awake if the maniac pulls the trigger. I recognize you. You stomped around and set off the security mics in the entrance. What? I asked, unable to think of anything else to say. Who are you? The man asked. Did you do this? The man eyes us both, and I see something in his eyes that unsettles me. He is scared, but there's something else. I'm gonna go with we're just loggers. It's better to, again, we're gonna tell the truth. Cause if we say like we're nobody, don't shoot us, it's like no one's nobody. Who are you? Why are you trying to hide your identity from me? So we're just loggers. My friend's hurt. We're lost. We saw a strange cabin. He walks inside. His eyes look distant for a minute, and he says bullshit. But for some reason, I'm pretty sure he knows I'm telling him the truth. Someone knocked the power out. The man says it's back on now, but it was out long enough. Well, when the heap of trouble. Was it you? Who sent you? Look, we don't know what you're talking about. Dennis said something happened out in the woods. Are you alone? Are there others with you? The armed man asked, thrusting the gun in my face. Oh, he's new as now. How the hell did he get in this situation? I think to myself. If only I had left that damn ringing noise alone, we wouldn't be here. I'm not really sure if we want to get into this guy information yet. We don't know anything about him. Then again, he might have some answers. We are looking for a crew. But saying that might mean he thinks there's more of us down here. But we are looking for a crew. I'm gonna stick with it. We have other crew members we can't find, I say. Your crew? He asks, seeming confused. If this man thinks we're nuts, there's no telling what he might do. The fact he looks a little crazy himself makes the situation even hairier. But how would you get in here? The man asked. I pointed down the hall towards the subway. We came in that way. The doors weren't locked. His expression calms a bit, but I feel I'm very aware the gun has leveled less than a foot away from my face. He is scared. He doesn't know what's going on. But he's got a little look of crazy in his eyes, which makes me want to grab his gun. Because if we say please put the gun down, he might find that as I was trying to like manipulate him. You know, content with words. So I want to grab it and hopefully not shoot myself or Dennis or anybody at this point. Yeah, I just feel like if I say please put the gun down, though it might be the safest choice, the safer choice. I feel like he would find that threatening. So I'm gonna go with it. Oh no! You decided to steal the man's gun. He looks like he might laugh at any request, and it is this arrogance that makes me crack and once again rely on my instincts. I reach out quickly, snapping the gun barrel away. Then I reach for it and nearly have a grip on it when a man jerks to the left. Uh-oh. My ballsy move startles him, but not nearly enough. He rings the butt of the rifle like a javelin and catches me right inside the head. Ah, no! Unlucky for me, it's the exact same spot that struck my head on when I fall back in the log's ear, as if that spot wasn't already tender enough. I see white flakes in my vision as I stumble and go to a knee. I feel myself wanting to fall to the floor, but I know that could be meaning my death. There's a flare of pain in my head, but I manage to stay on one knee. I then raise my hands quickly in surrender, letting him know I'm aware I made a grievous error. He then levels the rifle at Dennis, and I can only assume it's because his wounds make him. He appears to be the weaker of us. The man takes a shaky step forward. Dennis looks back and forth between the battle gun and me, his life pleading for help. Ooh. Okay. I'm stepping between Dennis and the gun. I would always do this. If it was me and my buddy, I would definitely step between the gun and my friend. Not because it's the right thing to do, or like the safest thing, or the smart thing to do. It's because my friend is scared. He is come with me. He is hurt, and I've dragged him into it. So it's my fault. So anybody supposed to get shot at this point is me, probably. Please don't actually shoot me. But he doesn't deserve to get shot. So, and you know what? I would do this for any of my friends. Before I'm fully aware what I'm doing, I step out in front of Dennis. The barrel of the gun rifle is nearly touching my chest now. Both Dennis and the man seems a little confused in my action, and I do my best to swallow down my fear. I don't know what's going on here, I say, but we're really here by mistake. Wow, you had no business here, the man says. Now that the power's on, I think you might be too late anyway. For what, I ask. He doesn't answer me. Instead, he steps forward and actually pushes me backwards with the end of his rifle. The man then repeats the question he's asked before, the one that makes no sense, and honestly makes me think he might be a little crazy. Who sent you? He asked. You assholes are from the Pentagon? I'm not sure how to take this question. Is this guy joking? Oh, we're not gonna joke. We're not gonna say yeah, and I'm present. We're not joking. This guy's crazy and has a gun on our chest. We are not gonna joke. No, I say, we're just loggers. Something blew up and my friend got hurt. We're looking for the rest of our crew. Likely story, the man says, and I see a flicker of recognition in his face that makes me think he might believe me. So his grip on the gun is tight as ever. The look on his face makes you think he'll shoot at any moment. You just stand still, he says. Sooner or later, someone will come along and I'll turn you over. He then thrusts the gun forward as if he has a visible barrel on it. There's no need for that, I tell him. I have no guarantee that he won't pull the trigger. Look, Dennis says, we don't want any trouble, we're just as confused as you are. Then in the morning so fast, that I just about missed it, Dennis lunges forward. I have no idea how he's moving so fast, just 30 seconds ago, I was worried how close to death he looked. But now he's moving lightning fast, left arm coming down the barrel gun like a club. In the commotion, the man does pull the trigger. The booming sounds deafening, and there's a moment where I think I've been hit. It takes a clanging noise around, tearing from the floor at my feet to help me realize I have not been shot. I look to the floor and see where the shot missed my right leg by less than 3 inches. I'm paralyzed and shocked for a moment as Dennis and the man fight over the position of the rifle. There's a fire extinguisher on the wall I could use as a bludgeon, but I might not have enough time to grab it before Dennis is overpowered. Ooh! Punch him. Fire extinguisher's not... Nah, punch him. He's right there, and the fire extinguisher may be like a really good weapon, but we don't want to like hit him too hard. We don't want to kill him, so punch him. Punch the crazy man. Please don't punch him. Dennis has a man pinned to the floor, but isn't strong enough to keep him down. As they fall to the floor to help, the barrel of What? The rifle swings right in front of my face, a reminder how close I came to being shot. On my knees now, I deliver a hard, stiff punch to the man's face. I don't punch someone often, never really, but I'm not usually the brawling type. So it's apparently effective. The man's head snaps back and his grip on the gun loosens. Then he grabs the gun and falls to the floor, clearly winded and in pain. I attack as immobilized. I can feel a shift in the situation. Yet, although he's basically harmless now, I feel like they need to pummel and decide that Bill's really checking and look at him. No, we're not gonna keep punching him. One's enough. Come on, man. We got a gun. Just go easy on the man. Don't make me get that game. He's definitely out now. No threat. Or at least that's what I think. But he surprised me when I saw one swift kick in my direction, kicked him with my foot. Ah, game. Why? My ally swells the sign of a grape almost immediately. Oh, that's not good. Seems like this last attack is more to spite me than managed to defend himself. I stumbled back and weathering himself in a round of blows, but he just slouched to the floor. He's done. Then instantly hands the rifle over to me and I take it with shaking hands. I can't believe you stepped between me and that gun, then says. He could have killed you. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't, I say, although I've known no such thing. Still, thanks man, that was some heroic stuff. You would have done the same, right? Dennis says nothing. His eyes look to the floor. What do we do now, boss? Dennis asks. We'll come this far, I won't answer. I sense that Dennis wants too. I take a hard look at the man before I reply. We'll get answers from this guy. No answers, the man says. I don't have any. Next time, I won't just hit you, I say, pummeling the rifle towards him. Now get up. He obeys quickly, but his legs are wobbly and he leans against the wall for support. I can feel my swelling eyelid from where he kicked me earlier. I just hope it doesn't get so bad it doesn't affect my sight. Okay, let's move, I say, pointing the guns further down the hall. We've come this far and I'm not going to let this guy stop us. We'll walk down the hallway until we come to the end. A single elevator waits for us. Steel sliding doors larger than a normal elevator. What have we got ourselves into? God, that's an ominous elevator. Jeez. Before I get in the elevator with this guy, I think it's wise to learn a bit more about him. I can tell he's making him uncomfortable for me. To have the gun. What's your name, I ask. Marcus. And you work here? It's clear he doesn't want to answer, but he gives us a little nod. We're looking for the rest of our crew. Any idea where they might be, I ask? No, he says curly, but not bothering to elaborate. There's got to be some useful info we can get out of this guy. I just need to know how to dig for it. I need a first aid kit for my friend here. Where might I find one? Down on the second floor, but we can't go down there. Oh, we should ask what's on level 2 instead of saying we're going down there. What's on level 2? He looks like I'm an idiot. You must be aware you're inside a classified government facility, he says. Makes sense now, but I won't doubt it. Well, I'm sure our government would want you to help me save my friends, so take me to the first aid kit. I can't, he says. You don't have clearance. Hell, I barely have clearance. Then, seemingly to himself, he mutters, I made this place run. And I'm not even out of thank you. Just a bunch of restricted access rooms that only I am allowed to go into with a freaking chaperone. I interrupt his monologue. We're going to get that first aid kit. I could lose my job, he says. I wonder for a moment what sort of trouble I can get him into by hitting a government employee. This makes me glad I took it easy on him. Then again, he's come to us with a rifle. It makes me think that things might have gone terribly wrong in this place. An explosion in the woods, whatever the hell happened, might be linked to it all. I need to convince him to take us to the second floor. I'm not sure how it would be more productive, threaten him or ask for sympathy. Well, okay. I don't think that asking for help is necessarily going to be the thing that make him do it. Sure, there's enough evidence to say, yeah, he might do it. But since he came, he didn't, stop. He didn't say, you know, I get your loggers, I get your lost. He still threatened us. And I get that he's scared. And I understand that, but now in this situation, we can't go anywhere without him. So he can cause us a lot of trouble. So I'm not going to ask for help. I'm not going to do anything against him, but I place the rifle to his head. When I don't know I have it in me to pull the trigger, I had no problem holding it there. Your job or your life, I say harshly. My swollen eye from where he kicked me isn't exactly making me feel generous. He looks at me sternly, weighing his options. This is a felony, he says, but I can tell he's not going to fight anymore. Good, now take us to the second level. With an untrusting stare, Marcus walks to the elevator door, approaching the small keypad by the doors. He punches down a numeric code on the keypad, and we can hear a slight mechanical hum beyond the steel doors. After a few seconds of angry glances and frightened sneers from Marcus, the elevator arrives. The sealed doors opens with a whisper, revealing the interior. This is a very scary elevator, jeez. It's exceptionally well lit and looks to be made out of stainless steel. I half expect the thing to take off at the speed of light. There's another small keypad in front panel by the door with options for 3 sub-level floors. It looks like this elevator doesn't go to the surface. So after we get a first aid kit for Dennis, how do we get out of here, I ask. We can't leave, Marcus says. Once the power came on, the whole place was put on lockdown. Not smart. What? Can't you override it? No, it's preventing anything from getting out. I can't. Marcus looks deflated as Dennis. We can't get out, we're stuck here. Dennis leans to the corner and over falls to the floor. The struggle for the rifle took a look out of him, and I can see that much in his face. Slowly we start to move down. The hum and the grinding, the car's motors fill the space. Okay, if we say so we're stuck in here forever, he's either going to say no, of course not, when someone comes and helps us, which is not really helpful, or he's going to say yes, we kind of are, until the lockdown's cleared. So I'm going to ask him what can he do, because then we'll know what exactly he does in this facility and what his clearance gets through, basically. Marcus brushes the question, but I think it's fair. I mean, he's not allowed to unlock the doors or even get medical supplies. Why keep a guy around that can't even grab a band-aid without permission? Without me, nothing will get done here, Marcus answers me. These people think they're so brilliant, but some of them can barely turn their computers on without help. The top code of my art class at MIT was, and I'm stuck living on the ground, helping idiots don't even trust me with keys. Well, if I say what goes on here, he won't know, will he? Because he's low. He's low clearance level, so I'm going to ask how big this place is. It's a government facility of the highest secrecy, Marcus says, a research facility. It goes on 4 stories on the ground, and quite frankly, it scares the piss out of me that you two got in here so easily. Why is that, I ask? This is a Black Ops graveyard, he replies. Even CIA doesn't know about this place exists. So what's your job? If I say what's going on here, he's not going to know, so what's your job? I'm telling him things what he does know. I enter the IT work and make sure the databases are up and running. It's ready for our job. I haven't seen sunlight in almost a year. I wonder what staying in a place like this for that long would do someone's mind. I was recruited, he continues, because of the workload. No one else wanted the job, but I don't really mind being by myself, no family. Plus, IT, it's some crazy shit. Crazy how, I ask. This place generates over 100 terabytes of data per day, he answers, getting slightest bit excited before his face falls again. Ooh, I'm gonna see what happens here, because what looks like was the power outage, wasn't it? Or something? Someone asked what happened. It seems like some power outage, Marcus says. That's all I know. There was an outage and then what? Dennis asked weakly. Then things got weird. Things got bad. Bad how? I asked. The whole place seemed to shake when the lights went down. I was checking the monitors when it happened and everything went dead. It took no more than a minute or so before I started hearing the screams. People were being killed by something. I tried getting the security cameras back up again, but it only lasted a little bit on my backup systems. But what I saw, what I asked, feeling a sharp fear wound into my gut. Well, what I saw was the screens was a little bit of time that made sense. It made me get the gun for the emergency vault. I think whatever it is still down there, still down here. Hold on, I say. There's an emergency vault with a rifle in the same room as the security cameras in this place. Mark's giving me a grin that makes it look nearly insane. There are guns locked in every room in this place in case of, you know. Just, you know. It's not gonna be whatever, it's gonna be like, so now we know there's guns in every room, which is, yay, we have weapons. So if I say just in case, you're gonna say like, people getting in. Something like that. Like, things escaping from the lab. So, I'm gonna ask, so we're still in danger in here. He opens his mouth to answer, the elevator comes to a stop and the door slide open. Marcus is out right away without a word. He makes his exit and heads directly for the glass-in room that filled with more computer monitors and high-end equipment. Dennis and I file out behind him, kind of keep up. As we do, one very alarming question runs from my head. What the hell What the hell kind of government facility keeps a lot of guns and emergency votes in every single room? The kind that expects something to go wrong. That's what I say. Because you don't normally do that unless you think you will need. Not just think, but convince. Convince that load of gun and emergency votes in every single room is the only way to stop whatever thing is going wrong. So that's what's happening. So that's end of chapter 2. Gosh. Well, we have another friend-ish, I guess. Right, stats. Curiosity. You and 42 players stay quiet when you saw Marcus in the tunnel. Selflessness. You and 64 players stepped in front of the dentist to protect him from Marcus. Mercy. You and 65 players were easy on Marcus after he had surrendered. That's it? That's... Wow. I was thinking a little bit more. But that's interesting. So most people cool down. I guess that would be the natural thing to do. But nah. Marcus seems a little bit unhinged at the moment. He clearly doesn't trust us. But I'm glad that, you know, I've got the gun. We're getting Dennis some help. And Marcus knows where he stands in all this. And hopefully, you know, we'll get some answers, find out what's going on. And I would say try and get out of the lockdown, try and escape. But if there's real monsters going on, maybe we just have to stay alive until we can deal with those monsters and get out them. Because maybe the monsters are so bad that we can't let them out. So that might be the choice. We have to prepare ourselves for the future. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. This game's awesome, man. Very, very dark and mysterious. That fills you with some sort of dread. I love it. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, why not subscribe for more content? And I'll see you in the next video. However.